I think this championship has thrown us, some very exciting moments. I think, even when Limerick winning the provincial championship and Dublin getting to the semi-finals first time since 1990 shows the standards are increasing every year. But ultimately, I think Cork and Kilkenny are the two most consistent teams in this year's championship, and they have been really in the last 12 months. They met in last year's All-Ireland final, they met in the league final this year, and now they meet again. And I suppose that rivalry is continuing to intensify every single time they meet. Both managers will know each other quite well at this stage, which means there probably will be a large tactical element to the game as well this weekend. But I think it's going to be the makings of a great game, providing that tactics don't, I suppose, inhibit the game too much. I suppose the big talking about really from Cork's point of view is Gemma O'Connor and whether or not she'll be able to play any part. At the moment they're saying it's an impossibility, so I've played with Gemma down to the years and I know that nothing's impossible for Gemma, so she will be doing everything in her power to make sure that she can play some part in that game. And from Cork's point of view, it's a disadvantage to be preparing potentially without her. She's been the fulcrum of the Cork defence even back going when I was playing, even 12 years ago she was a vital component in Cork, not to mind even now. And her leadership, I suppose, if she's not able to play a part, will need to be that position will need to be stepped into by another Cork player. To be honest with you, I think if you look at even last year, one thing that struck me about the league final even this year is that they had 7 or if not 8 of their All-Ireland winning team from last year that were missing, and they still beat Cork. And I suppose really in that league final, Paddy will have been disappointed. They were outplayed. They were the intensity that Kilkenny showed, even their aerial scoring, everything was much better than Cork. So I'm sure Cork will stand to, I suppose, improve a lot more. But Kilkenny will as well. That was back in May. Both, I suppose, teams now have played a good few games together. Without Gemma O'Connor, I think it's going to be difficult for Cork, just because 12 of that 15 have lined out in every single championship game. They were very comfortable with each other, and now I suppose they're finding themselves without one of their key leaders. So how they cope with that will be really important. I think you would say it gives an edge and an advantage to Kilkenny now if Gemma can't play a part, and without Gemma I would unfortunately think that Kilkenny will edge it.